like just to be out there and be able to go through a full practice?
It was great. Very competitive, very tough, and it's good to have my first day out.
And what's kind of the main points of focus that the coaches are kind of tell you just early on just to get you, acclimated?
I mean, it's my first official practice, so of course I'm gonna make some mistakes. So just keep going out there, next play, and just keep getting better.
And Derik, how close? I mean, do you think is there like the ramp up period they said? But when do you feel like you'll be ready? Are you like 50, 60, 70, 80%?
I don't know. I feel like I'm ready now. I just went through a hard practice, so just up to the trainers and the coaches.
Like, where do you feel your stamina is? Do you feel like you're almost ready for game action?
Probably 3 more days, 2 or 3 more days. I feel like I'll be good.
And I was gonna say, do you feel like you understood everything that was going on out there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been around them practicing and watching the plays and stuff, so yeah.
I guess how different is it because it's not like this is a knee or a foot, it's a wrist. So you're still able to run around and do stuff on the court. So I guess how different is it to not try to rush it just because you've been able to move around this whole time?
Yeah, I mean, wrist is everything. Like, at first, when they told me I needed surgery, I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. But, like, you really actually needed to do a lot and stuff. So, I mean, my legs was working, so just trying to stay in shape, trying to do, I've been doing legs every day. So, it's like, it was important for me to get back and take my time with it.
Does it feel like would you even know anything happened to your hand at this point?
Yeah, low key. I mean, I was in a brace for 2.5, 3 months, and then just going out there. I don't know. I didn't feel cautious today and stuff, but I can tell like it feel a little off. It's not like I don't know. It feels good, but it's like you can tell when something is.
And Derik, do you feel a little more eager in wanting to get back and get into games because of what happened to Kevon Looney and his injury?
I mean, yeah, but also need to take it day by day. I need to get better first and not to rush it out. Yeah.
I know it's extremely early in the process. Obviously, it's your first practice, but is it the kind of thing where you feel like you have to be ready to play like 4 or the 5, or do you know like position-wise like what you would be more likely to play?
I mean, I did 5-0, so I know the 4 and the 5 spots, but it's like I said, just up to the PT trainers and the coaches.
For you, since you haven't had a chance to practice with the team yet, rookie here, is this kind of like, all right, I am actually in the NBA now, I'm going to be on the court with these guys, or is that going to happen maybe Wednesday or when you get on in the first game?
I mean, whatever the first game is, probably, but no, it's not yet. I mean, I've been around these guys for like a little over a month, so it's just like I'm just competing out there and stuff, so it haven't hit me yet, I guess.
Have you been able to back up any of your trash talk?
Yeah. Today I will.
And you didn't get to play, but just what were your takeaways just getting to see Houston and Orlando up close and just how those guys execute?
They're good. They got a really big lineup. They can shoot, rebound, and all that. I mean, a very good team.
News came out about Queen being cleared. How much was he able to do today?
He went through pretty much a full practice today, full contact practice. Glad to have him back, and he'll continue to work through it. And obviously, it'll be a little rust there, but he'll get better and better as we progress.
He's still early in the process, but how much are you kind of putting on his plate just to kind of get him ready for the start of the season?
Well, he's ramping up. He's ramping up. We got a few days for him to ramp up. The medical team will continue to evaluate how he feels after each day, and then we'll have updates accordingly.
Is there like temptation to say, let me get him out there as soon as possible, or do you kind of say, no, I'm just going to kind of play it safe and listen to what they tell me?
Yeah, we got to listen to, the medical team. Obviously, we got to listen to how his body is responding. This is his first time playing with contact in a long time, a few months, so we don't want to rush. We don't want to throw guys out there and rush, but if he's ready, that's another conversation that we'll have.
And Willie, can you talk about Kevon's injury a little bit? We know it happened in Australia. Did he ask to come out? Was there a specific play that happened that basically caused the injury?
Yeah, it was. He kind of got rolled. Somebody rolled up on his leg, rolled under him, fell kind of awkward, and he asked to come out after that. So once he got evaluated, we learned more about it. We know it's his left leg and it's a sprain, so he's just working through it now.
And is he just not going to be able to do any kind of rehab until he gets reevaluated? Can he do like just bike work or anything?
Yeah,
like
he's doing stuff on the floor a little bit. He's doing some bike work, but they want to allow us some time to calm down, and he'll go from there. But he's doing all his necessary rehabilitation work. It's just a matter of how sore is it and what movements feel comfortable for him.
With preseason over and now you guys turn to the regular season, you have some extra days here to practice. Yeah. What's the focus for you as far as what you really want to lock in with this team before you take the court Wednesday?
Trying to implement all of our concepts, starting on the defensive end. Again, stepping on the floor with a mentality of physicality and toughness and togetherness, communication. There's some things that we can clean up from playing against two really good teams we saw defensively. We want to rebound the ball. Big emphasis for us is, especially when you play against these big teams, you got to finish possessions. Offensively, again, playing fast, getting out on the open floor, creating some offense off of our defense, which we've been really good in the past.
Have you settled on what the identity of this team is going to be this year?
We're going to be one of the most competitive teams in the league. And so scrappy, young, playing fast, and playing with energy.
Is a fast start, is that kind of a media creation, or do you kind of say, hey, look, I want to see Zion is the guy and Trey in a bigger role, and we want to see results sooner rather than later?
Well, you always want to get off to a good start. We've had a really good training camp. We like some things that we saw in preseason. A lot of good transfer from practice to the games, but also some concepts that we can clean up. So we're well aware of that. But getting off to a good start, I'm sure every team in the league is saying the same thing to their teams. Let's get off to a good start. It's a long season, but you got to come in with the mentality for us to try to win every day.
What about Carlo? How's he doing?
Didn't practice today, so we'll continue to monitor him.
And just how important was it? Just we talked about Houston and Orlando being kind of those physical teams, those teams that you kind of look to as you want to be more like that. What was your takeaway from those two games and how you matched up against those teams?
Yeah, I came out of those two games extremely encouraged. Those are two teams that are predicted to be, pretty good in the West and in the East. Orlando in the East, Houston. They're big, they're physical, they rebound. They're good defensively, they're sound defensively. So, what I saw from our games, and I told our group this, is that we had some moments where, we were right on point. And we have to be more consistent in those areas. That's the growth for our team. And when we can do that, bring the physicality, rebound the ball, we got to be a better passing team offensively. It could be scary. And so I'm encouraged coming out of those games. We got work to do. We got to continue to work on those concepts. But when we get there, we can be a really good team.
Well, it looks like the team's going to need to rely on Eve a little bit, at least during these first couple of weeks or so. What have you seen out of him that's encouraged you about that you're going to be able to rely on him?
Just taking another step forward after his first season. Had a really good first season for us. We had to kind of throw him in the fire early, so he had an opportunity to get a lot of experience because of our situation last year with injuries. So he's ready. He's ready to step on the floor. He's going to compete. We're going to challenge him to be one of the better rebounders and rim protectors. And that's what we want to see from Eve, just take another step forward.
Does he look stronger to you? And also, just fundamentally, he understands everything better?
He does. He's getting better and better. We're aware that it's his second season. But he's shown the capability of being able to take in all the information that's thrown at him and then apply it to the floor.
Can I ask one more quick question here? Sure. I don't know if you saw the video this week of the Boston Celtics staff versus the media, but my assumption is that you would probably put Will in handcuffs if we played your staff in a game, right?
That was hilarious, by the way. I saw that. Joe Mazzulla and his staff wore the media out. It was just, I've never seen anything like that. And so we all were laughing about it. I'm sure the media in Boston were having a good time with it. Will, I won't put you on the spot, man. If we play and you guard me, you in trouble.
I know. Watching y'all practice, I don't like any of that.
You, Brewer, Moose.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if we'd score a bucket.
Right. Yeah. I think we got a solid team.
I just said my goal. We got to get more than
Bring your best. Bring your five. Bring your five.
Will said that the media would score more than 4 in the coaching staff. I told him I made bet the under.
Guaranteed.
As long as we have Antonio.
Y'all hear that?
Wesley.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, wait,
All right.
get AD and West.
All right.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all don't get AD and West.
All right, thanks.
So I guess do things kind of change for you at all, knowing that Kevin's gonna be out for the start of the season and they're gonna be leaning on you more to kind of play heavy minutes at center?
I mean, it sucks that Looney go down, and obviously Carl also got hurt recently. But I mean, I'm just ready to go whenever they call my name, step up until those guys come back.
And I guess, how much have you kind of seen the things that you wanted to work on during the summer in these first couple games, kind of the defensive rebound and finish around the basket, all that kind of stuff?
Like you said, finishing around the basket, still get work on the defensive rebound. Sometimes, especially on those long shots and long rebound, just stay out there and then wait for the ball to come in. And like I said, finishing around the basket was the main thing for me. I think I try to emphasize a little more during the preseason, and I'm ready to get it happening during the actual season next week.
I know last year, opening night, it was kind of you were thrust onto the scene early. Where do you feel like you are this year as compared to a year ago at this time when you were kind of like a wide-eyed rookie?
More confident. I know more what I'm doing out there. There's stuff I definitely improve. Almost every aspect, weight-wise, strength-wise. So I'm just ready to go and look out there.
And Eve, we know that the team really struggled with rebounding and certain things in the paint last season. And I know it was preseason, but going up against Orlando and Houston, two of the bigger teams in the league, what did you take away from that about your guys' performance?
I would say the Houston game, we did a pretty decent job of keeping them off the glass. They didn't have that many offensive rebounds they usually get. Orlando was lacking a little bit. You need to probably stay more sharp, especially the entire season. I mean, you can't just be having one game, you do a good job, and the second game is a little shaky. So just something you need to emphasize and then being consistent over the year.
And Eve, do you feel like you trust this roster more with the guys, the teammates you have, the experience for some of you guys like yourself, and being able to just take that step forward from, like I said, rebounding a little bit better, defending the paint, stuff like that?
Yeah, obviously trusting these guys. I know they got my back whatever I do. I also got theirs, so it's just good knowing that I can trust them. I'm more used to be around them, so it's good.
What was it like having Derik on the court for the first time with you guys today?
It's good. I haven't seen him since since summer league practices,
Yeah.
so it's good having him back. Pretty intense day. He was just getting his rhythm back, so it was good having him around.
Now that you're just getting consistent practice time with him, what's it been like just figuring out spacing with Zion, just knowing where to be, just being in the right spots so he can have the space he needs around the paint?
It's all about feeling and just play with each other even more. Last year we didn't have the opportunity to play as much together, so this year and obviously during training camp, knowing how he moves, also know where I need to go whenever he's going this way and the other way, and even to get a rebound if he misses or get a little dump off pass. So I feel the more we play together, the more we're getting better at it, and we're getting there, for sure.
And Eve, what have you seen out of Jeremiah? We saw him in Summer League, where he had a couple difficult games, including that first game in Australia, but since then, it seemed like he's really improved game by game. And now it seems like you're even building up a synergy with him on the court, right? He's throwing some lob passes on time and stuff. So what can you say about his game to where it's progressed to now?
Oh, he's definitely progressing. He's getting more confident, more loose out there, so it's good seeing him taking some initiative either on the three-point shot or even drive, especially on the drive, his speed, his defensive. So it's just good having him, and I know he's getting more confident. The more he play out there, the more he gets the opportunity to step on the court, he'll get even better.
And you guys have a trust in him, even though he's a rookie? Usually, especially at 18, I know he just turned 19. Usually that doesn't come with the territory, but is it different with him?
Yeah, he don't act like he don't play like he's 19 or 18, so it's good. Just having a guy who's mature like him. He's pretty mature for his age, so it's just good having him around.
How much of a difference does it make defensively just having her out there consistently? We know not just the plays he's making, but y'all talk a lot about just his voice and the way he sees things. How much of a difference does it make?
It make a big difference. Even allow me to even help more on defense. I know that if I go, her got my back, we usually talk on defense. So we have that synergy every time, either we're trapping the ball or sometimes you might go off the script and do something different just because we know we have that connection. So it's great having him around for sure.